So the regional in Wellington has just concluded, and we're here with the boys. uh, what's your name and what did you do today?
I'm Brady. I won the regional with Sky Striker. Somehow, Ray's still going strong, even without engage. Yeah, here we go. Got the 3 Ray, the Rose. She wasn't very good actually. I might not play her in the future. I went back to basics. These are the kind of classic tried and true hand traps. I'd call them the OGs. Like, I don't really like the DD Crow and stuff. They're a bit more specific. These are real generic. And then onto the Sky Striker cards. We've got 2 Area 0. Kind of didn't want to play it at all, but like set rotation's a card, so it's basically set rotation targets. And it's alright. Went back to one of these, tried them at more higher numbers for a period of time. The afterburners I could potentially bump up to 2, cut the rows, but I think afterburners is probably the best one. But like sometimes you only need them when you can just get them when you need them. You don't really need to like play more of them. And the multi-roll is still one. These are all the one-of cards that are all limited. Drew this a lot. It's really good putting back 3 Kagaris and 2 Shizukas. It's pretty phenomenal.
I remember you put it like 3 Kagari and 2 Shizuku back against me. It was like...
It's kind of game over at that point.
How was this?
It was good. It's like you need just cards to play and control decks, and I think you need more cards than your opponent. And it's kind of like gets you started with engage, gives you ways to turbo. Like you need to get into the 3 spells quite quickly, and this is kind of the way to do it now. Playing all these gets you there without having foolish burial goods or engage.
Did you banish a lot of your one-offs today with this?
I had one game that I lost that I banished a Rose and 2 Rays, which is kind of savage, but no, usually it was alright. Like I banished like one of these. These are the 3 that I would say are the good ones because of the removal. If you have any one of these left, you can kind of make do. You don't want to banish all 3 of them. It's a bit hard if you banish all 3, but like you don't usually banish all 3. Played 3 MST. This is kind of consistency, kind of like a good medical. There's a lot of back row decks at the moment. And just playing versus Spiral and a few other decks as well.
Would you cut this for Cyclone, for example?
No, I think you need it for the consistency with the Area 0. The deck like doesn't have as many ways to get to Ray without engage, so it's kind of a consistency card as well. I did MST my own Area 0 and very large amount of times. Also, like MST Area 0 is quite good to open turn 1 because you can go Kagari turn 1, which you often can't Kagari turn 1. So if you open into the MST Area 0, the multi-roll Area 0, or the drones, there's kind of your only ways to Kagari turn 1 to get the advantage started. Alright, and then we're on to mine.
How many wins? How many games did you win just by activating this?
I won 3-1. 3 games from this, and a lot of times people just have to neg themselves really hard to out it with a Phoenix or something. Like I just kind of like bite the bullet and start having to progress my own game state to get some damage done, and then I'd have to leave one monster on the board and they'd have to link everything into some like and neg their entire extra deck just to like make a Phoenix against my one link monster to out the mine, which it's kind of often it just deals with the problem because they have to use all their resources just to out it. Yeah, so that's how I'd often play it. And then, yeah, the metaverse is insane. I drew this a lot, and it got ashed a lot as well. But it's really, really crazy. It's kind of unfair. And then the deck can only be won wasn't too great actually. Like Sky Striker, sorry, not Sky Striker. Spiral doesn't really care about it too much. It like often gets boxed with Agent and things, so like it's not flash, but it's alright. Yeah. So I think the main deck was really strong. I'd probably not play Rose going forward. Probably play another Afterburners. Afterburners is really strong. And then like setting an Afterburners with the multi-roll and then adding one with Shizuku is really strong. Just being able to play 2 allows you to do that.
Makes sense.
Onto the extra deck.
Yep.
Get to play 3 Kagari again, it's fantastic. Gives the deck a massive grind power now, and like you get to add 1 card with this, 1 card with this every single turn. So you basically are drawing 3 to your opponent drawing 1, which starts to get unfair as the game progresses.
That is true.
Yeah, like past turn 2, turn 3, it's very hard to lose because you're basically drawing 3 cards every turn, and you've got the Avarice to put them all back. So yeah,
more 3 pluses there.
Yeah, I played the one kind of. I kind of decided to switch it up and go for like the Charmers. I wanted to play the Earth one too, but I didn't get one in time. But the wind one is really nice because of the Shadows. It has the new Shadow monster, Re-Shadow, is a wind. And then a lot of people are playing Droll at the moment, so there's often wind targets at the moment. And Phoenix, Ningursu, and Zerabarus.
Whoa.
Zerabarus is really good. These make him really easy. And he kills people with desires, and there's a lot of extravagance of desires going around at the moment. So,
or banishing for like Sparrows, they banish at least 7 cards just of their entire full combo.
Exactly. So there's a lot of banished cards. So this guy can often just pump himself up, and like it makes your second desires actually do something. If you draw a second copy of desires, it basically says plus 2,000 attack to this guy. So like it's kind of like a card that you can actually gain some advantage off and win the game with, instead of being like, oh, I drew my second desires, it's no good. So yeah, I think this card provides a lot for the deck. It's like an alternate win condition to Borrow Sword, and it requires less material, and I think Sky Striker has a bit of a problem getting to 5 material that you kind of need for the sword, without having the multiple Widow Anchors and the engages to search the angers. Yeah, so I think this solves the problem, because it's basically, I look at it as like Green Maju from your extra deck. And yeah, he did a really good job, like won a lot of games today.
Makes sense. And the side deck?
And side deck is Cold by the Grave. There wasn't many hand trips mulling around, so I think this was better on the side because it's really good going first. It's kind of like a trap card versus Spiral or something like that.
Yeah, this hurts a lot, Spiral.
Yeah, and it's also a spell which helps out just to get your engine started. The Crows were really good in some matchups, like they're insane in some matchups, but just overall coverage not as good. The flexibility of Ogre, Ash, Baylor, just I think it's still too strong. Judgments are kind of in there just in case people playing Lightning Storms didn't want to get blown up by evenly the Lightning Storms. It's kind of nice to be able to play it. The Heavy Storms and the Jamming Wings on the side. I like really Altergeist is kind of like can be a tricky matchup. So I just really wanted to pump up for them, like have 6 cards beside them. And just make it like almost a buy after siding, because you just have so much advantage when you've got all of these. Yeah.
Alright, makes sense.
That's the profile.
Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe.